Good day, Canada. This is Stephen King coming to you from Beauval, Saskatchewan. And our country is in trouble. Big trouble. 9 years of the Trudeau government has caused chaos throughout this country. And we need change. Change big time. Now, we all know about Pierre Poilievre and the Conservatives and how they're doing in the polls. The polls are telling us that they're going to win a majority government. Today, Justin Trudeau announced that he will be stepping down. But of course, that is not until at minimum March 24th. And I have a question for you, Canada. Suppose that the Conservative government does win a majority. And suppose, as the polls show, that the Liberals get decimated. That whoever takes over for Trudeau is going to get creamed, and maybe even they don't have official party status. So the real question is, after the Liberals, do you trust Jagmeet Singh? I would hope not, because he's been the one that's propped up Trudeau and his corrupt government for the last 9 years. So you can't trust the Liberals, you can't trust the NDP. They have both contributed to the demise of Canada as we know it. The Conservatives sound good. They sound like they have a good message. But here's the real question. Who's going to be in the opposition? Do you want the Parti Québécois, a party whose whole premise is they don't like being Canadian, as the official opposition? Do you think that party is going to put Canadians' interests first? Now, I'm starting something called the Freedom Party of Canada. And I hope you're going to take a look at the website. It's www.freedompartyofcanada.com. Not .ca. I couldn't get the .ca one. .com. And you will find that our platform is the best platform that you can find in Canada. The amount of detail that's gone into it puts even the Conservative platform to shame. Now you might say, well, okay, what is it that we're for? Well, I believe that one of the greatest moments in Canadian history happened in the winter of 2022, when the truckers and all of Canada said no to Justin Trudeau, no to masks, no to vaccine mandates, and yes to our freedom as Canadians. Now, we've got a platform that we've put forward that is so comprehensive. I can't even tell you all of it because there's so much. You're going to need to go on the website to check it out. At this point in time, you can check the website out on your desktop or your laptop. I'm working on putting together a mobile version of it as well. So if you're looking at this on your phone, I suggest you check it out on a desktop computer or a laptop computer, because you'll be able to see all the videos and all of the links and everything that are there. But we have the best plan for Canada. We've got ideas that the Conservatives haven't ever even comprehended. So, for example, the Trans-Canada Highway. I want that to be 4 lanes in all directions. 4 lanes in all directions, and like the German Autobahn, having a speed lane in the left-hand lane. That means where conditions allow, of course, they have to be conditions allowing, so it can't be icy roads or whatever, but where conditions allow, there would be no speed limit in that left-hand lane. And that means that the right 2 lanes would be for truckers. The second lane from the left would be a medium speed lane, of which you can go at your own speed. This would be fantastic for Canada. Now, imagine the number of jobs created to put this together. Because in many spots, the Trans-Canada Highway is only 1 lane going in each direction. And in some spots, it's 2. Occasionally around big cities, you might have 3 or 4. but this is a major construction project. That's one thing. The Trudeau government and the Harper government and the Chrétien government and the Paul Martin government and all the ones that came behind them in the last 40 years have let you down. We've got about 40 million people in this country right now. We've got about 80,000 people in our military. 80,000. They've got a better military in Israel, which is not even 1/10 the size of Canada. We've got the second largest landmass in the world. Yet we've got 80,000 people trying to defend this country with 40-year-old planes that are obsolete, 30-year-old ships that are obsolete, and tanks that are approaching 20 years and approaching obsolescence. This is no good. We need updated machinery for our forces. Now, Donald Trump has recently gotten in as the President of the United States. He'll be there for the next 4 years. And I believe that we could work with the Trump government to help out our military. My goal is, imagine this, 2.5% of the Canadian population in the military. Well, you do the math and you take 2.5% of 40 million, you're looking at a military of 1 million people. Take away 80,000, that means we've just created 920,000 jobs. Full-time jobs with benefits, with pension, etc. for Canadians. The free money in Canada has to stop. Trudeau's giving out free money left and right and also giving to other countries, that has to stop. This cannot keep going on. What's going to have to happen is the Canadian government will offer people a job. We want to get rid of poverty. We want to get rid of homelessness. And we want to make homes affordable for all Canadians. Now, under the Trudeau regime, the average price of a house in Canada has risen above $700,000. How many of you can afford a down payment on a $700,000 house? If you're looking at just 5%, okay, 10% would be $70,000. That means you need $35,000 sitting around, kicking around in your bank account just to make a down payment on a $700,000 house. Then to afford the mortgage, you're going to have to be making at least 6 figures, over $100,000 a year. Most Canadians don't have that in their bank account. Most Canadians can't afford that. What I want to do is I want to put the housing market back 10 years. 10 years. We're going to wind it back to the prices from 10 years ago. You might say, well, Steve, how are you going to do that? Well, number one, foreign ownership is going to be gone. Banned. They're going to be given a choice to get rid of the housing and buildings that they have or lose one heck of a lot of money with the government seizing it. Foreign ownership has driven up the cost of housing in Canada. We can't have that. Those days are done. The other thing is, we're going to go back 10 years. What was the average price of a house in Canada? And we're going to reset those values so that you may not sell your house for a greater amount than an increase of 1% per year over that time. Now, this is really going to piss off some people. Who's it going to piss off? It's going to piss off the people who want to get rich quick. They say, oh, I bought this house for $300,000. I'm going to flip it for $900,000 and get rich quick. You know what? I could care less about you. What I care for is the majority of Canadians who don't have affordable housing. You want to get rich quick? Find another avenue. We want to make it affordable for all Canadians to live to have a home. This is what's important for Canada. We want to make sure that we can drill and we can get all the oil and all the energy we want. The climate scam is over. The climate change BS is just a vehicle to try to bring in communism to our nation and to other nations. You ever see those ads where they say, oh, you know, like 20 years ago, New York City's going to be underwater in 20 years. Yeah, water level hasn't moved. Bullshit. The climate scam is a lot of bullshit that is put together by rich people, rich globalists who want to control you. They want to control you. They want to control where you live, how much you pay, where you go. Ever heard of 15-minute cities? They don't want you leaving the city. They don't want you to be able to travel across the country. They want you their slave. We are going to put in measures that are going to increase the freedom of all Canadians. But the free life is over. The free money, the gravy train is over. Justin Trudeau's government in 6 months doubled a Canadian national debt that took over 150 years to create. His government has not allowed us to continue this free gravy train. You're going to have to work for your money. Oh, but I'm disabled. I'm not able to. Everybody can do something. Doesn't mean you have to be lifting stuff. Everybody can contribute in one way or another. If you're disabled, maybe you've got mind power that can be used. Okay? Everybody's got a skill or something that can be used. There are a lot of people homeless in this country. Within 1 year, we are going to eliminate homelessness in Canada. Every person that's homeless is going to have a job, a roof over their head, food to eat, a steady income, and for every single one of them, they're going to get whatever rehabilitation they need to get back to some sense of normalcy. The free drugs, the stupidity of killing people off that the Trudeau government brought in, that's all going to be eliminated. All going to be gone. This is going to be the party of common sense and freedom for all Canadians. We're going to increase the standard of living for everybody, and everybody's going to be out of poverty. Freedom Party of Canada. I've only touched the surface of the things I'm going to talk about. I'm going to make other videos, and in those other videos I'm going to talk about specific topics. And I hope that you're going to watch some of the other videos. It is time that we take our country back. We tried to in 2022 in the winter with the Freedom Convoy, and we got trampled by horses. We had our RCMP working against us. I think the RCMP is awesome, but the RCMP has to follow orders. And when their orders are given by a dictator, like Justin Trudeau was, they have no choice. So we're going to get our police force back working for you. We're going to get freedom for Canadians. Oh, and by the way, about home ownership. How many of you do not qualify? Do not qualify for a mortgage. Maybe you've got bad credit, a bad credit history. And maybe for several years you won't even be close under the current regime to being able to qualify for a mortgage. Well, I believe that home ownership is the right of every Canadian. A right, not a privilege, a right. Every Canadian should be able to own their own home. Does that mean you should be able to own it and not make payments? No. There are some people in society who are in bad shape. They're addicted to drugs, they're addicted to alcohol, other substances. And because of the lifestyle they lead, they squander their money. There's no other way to put it. And a person like that is the type of person that would end up missing mortgage payments, and the house would be repossessed. Now, we've got a way to eliminate that. We're going to employ these people, and what we're going to do is we're going to garnish their wages for their mortgage payment. Meaning, let's say you make $3,000 a month. Let's say your mortgage is $1,000 a month. What's deposited into your bank is $2,000. The mortgage payment is already taken out. You can't spend it on alcohol. You can't spend it on drugs. You can't spend it on other gambling or whatever. It's already taken out and your mortgage is paid. So you're not going to lose that house as long as you keep working. If you try to quit your job and you don't make the payments, then your house is going to get repossessed by the government. But we give you every opportunity to be successful with this. Same for car loans. I've even got an idea to create a new Canadian bank that's going to give you better interest rates than any of those credit cards out there, than any of those other banks, to give you an interest rate that's affordable for you to pay back. Not one that keeps you in debt, a slave to debt for 20 years. So we've got a lot of great ideas. Freedom Party of Canada. At the very worst, you should bring us in as the official opposition to start. And from there, believe it or not, this is a government that doesn't like the term official opposition. This is a government that wants to work for Canadians. If you notice throughout your entire life in Parliament, no matter what amazing policy the government came up with, the official opposition did like their name. They opposed it. It could be something to get homelessness off the street, dental care, child care, whatever. Doesn't matter. Whatever good policy that government came up with was automatically opposed by the official opposition. That's not right. We need both parties working for Canada, not against Canada. Freedom Party of Canada. It's going to be a great thing. My name's Stephen King, and I'm the leader of the Freedom Party of Canada. We need you to join up. On our website, there's a sign-up form. We need enough people, over 250, to sign up to get official party status. It's time for a new party in Canada. The Liberals and the NDP are not working. The Green Party, seriously, a one-issue party that does nothing. They're basically another communist party. Okay, useless. Parti Québécois, they're only for Quebec. All right, this is about Canada. Okay, we want to bring back Canada stronger and better than ever before. The Freedom Party of Canada, freedompartyofcanada.com. Please check out that website, fill out the form, join up. We've got 3 months. Justin Trudeau's opened the door till March 24th, and then God only knows what he's going to do after that. So we've got time right now to sign people up, get official party status. If you are someone who loves our platform and are interested in running for the party, let us know. We're going to be looking for people all across the country in every single riding across Canada. Anyway, Stephen King here, signing out. Thank you for watching. We love you, Canada. We love this country. It's time for change, and it's time to give the people of Canada a step up rather than putting them down. Thanks, and have a wonderful day.